This is a video on how to enter a payer. So, you have to go up here where it says your name. On the drop-down menu, please click Company Settings. Here you'll get a list of things that you can manipulate. Under Lists, you'll see Payers. For payers, you'll see some payers already. You should see a lot of payers in your system already. But if you don't see one you need, you can go ahead and click the Add button. So, code is almost like another name, but for example, for Blue Cross Blue Shield, you would still know it's Blue Cross Blue Shield if you saw it said Blue Shield, like this. Then under here, you could put this. So you could technically still put the name Blue Cross Blue Shield under code, but both are required fields. Any address that you have associated to the insurance, any contact if you have an insurance representative that helps handle your contract, you would want to put their information down here. Any phone number, extension, email, fax, website, if you need to write down your username and password for the portal, you might want to write it here. If you need to limit this insurance to just one office, you do have the ability to do that. If you don't want to limit it, you just leave that blank. If this is a payer that requires an OASIS, if it requires hospice information, or requires the patient to be homebound, you have the ability to turn that functionality on. Down here, we'll want to make it an active insurance. If we go to claims, here's where we'll start to let the system know how we want to build our claims. For claims information, what kind of form does this insurance require? Is it a UB04, a 1500, or maybe it's a self-pay? If you check mark this do not send electronically, that will mean you're turning off the functionality of billing a claim from this insurance electronically. If there's a type of bill, a claim indicator, contract number, or if there's a limit to line items. Electronic claims, here is where you would type in all of your information with your clearinghouse in order to electronically transmit. So there's Availity, I need my ISA 08 number. All of the information here you usually get from your clearinghouse after signing up. You have your billing provider if that's how you want this to list out on the claim. If it's the provider's name, address, and NPI, certain insurances require different things. Whose taxonomy code are we using? Or if it's another ID that we're actually going to put on the claim. The rendering provider, again, it gives you the same type of drop-down menu. What name and NPI are we utilizing? The physician qualifier box, as well as the physician ID. Hard copy claims. All of this information is information you'll want to set up before you start your billing in order to make sure things populate to the right boxes. Again, all of the information that you'll need to know what goes in on these boxes is usually given to you by your insurance and your contract. Services. So here you are setting up the system to let the system know what you're hoping for service pricing. So if you have a HCPCS code, you'll throw that in here. The revenue code, if there are any modifiers to this specific type of service, if you're billing in 15-minute increments or if it's just per visit, the amount per visit, the reimbursement amount, if there's a certain payer that this needs to be limited to, maybe Blue Cross pays differently than Aetna, so you would limit the service pricing per payer. After that, you would just hit save and you have your first payer.